start with the introduction of what all you require to speak well. First is your grammar part. Your grammar has to be correct. Only that can make you comfortable speaking. Okay, or only that can give you comfort in speaking. So your grammar part has to be up to date. Plus, you should be having a very good vocab. That means you should know the English terms to use instead of, you know, you need to have accuracy when it comes to using terms. Are you getting my point? For example, let's say, I'll give you one example. Let's say there's a difference between stroll and walk. What is the difference between stroll and walk? Stroll and walk. I'll tell you the difference. For example, if you're just, walking, if you're just walking, that is a walk. If you're just walking, okay, you're walking ahead, that is a walk. But a special type of walk is known as stroll. What is this special type of walk? For example, after having your food, generally after having your lunch or dinner, you move to 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 and forth, right? You move from point A to point B, and then from point B to point A, then point A to B, B to A. Yes. Do you walk after having food? Do you stroll, or do you stroll in, let's say, a street from the starting point to the end point, then from the end to the starting to end, end to starting? So we are walking like this. It is known as strolling. But if you're simply walking, not coming back to the initial point, it is walking. So this is the importance of vocab. So if I'm, let's say, if I'm telling you that I'm walking, then that means I'm just walking by foot. Okay, simply walking without coming back. But if I'm saying I am strolling, that means I'm going to a point and then I'm coming back from that point. Is this clear or not? That is the difference between walk and stroll. So you need a stroll. That's why you need to have a very good vocab to speak very well. To have very good English, you need to have vocab. Third part of grammar would be your speaking, how fluent you are in your speaking. Are you getting my point?
Yes, ma'am.
Fluency in speaking, to be specific. Fluency. That would depend on the comfort in the subject. That would depend on your comfort in the subject. Okay. And your comfort would depend on how clear your basics are, how clear your grammar, vocab, and your fluency is. Okay, so basically these are the various dimensions of speaking English. Now, tell me one thing, Vidisha, where do you face the major problem? In which part do you face the major problem? And then I'll tell you how we're going to do that, how we're going to solve that. Very quickly, tell me, beta. Actually, I have a class at 2:50. 2:55 actually. I'll have to leave at 2:55. So be quick. I got very short span to take the trial. Very quickly, tell me where exactly do you face problems. If you
Okay, ma'am.
won't be clear, if you won't be clear in this demo, if you won't, be able to judge me in this demo, then I can take another demo as well. But since the 12th students have their board tomorrow, so I have to engage with them. Okay. So very
Okay,
quickly,
ma'am.
very
Ma'am,
quickly tell me.
vocabulary.
Vocabulary is the part. So I'll be giving you vocabulary on daily basis. I'll be giving you 10 terms on daily basis. Okay. You'll have to learn those 10 terms and you'll have to use those 10 terms. Okay. Daily in your day-to-day life. No matter how you speak, how you use them, but your task would be to use those vocabulary terms. Is this clear or not?
Yes, ma'am.
This is how you will be able to improve. So 10 terms would be given as word meaning, but there'll be other things as well. For example, antonyms, that is opposites. What can, if you're reading a term, what is its opposite? What are the similar terms for this term? Then, for example, how can it be used in phrases? Sometimes we have you heard of muhavre in Hindi? Have you read Hindi?
No, ma'am.
Okay, you don't have Hindi.
Yes, I have Hindi. I mean, you are telling Nimpi.
Okay. So idioms and phrases. Have you heard about idioms and phrases?
What?
Have you heard about idioms and phrases? Idioms and phrases.
Ma'am, I heard about phrases but not idioms.
Okay. You have heard about phrases but not idioms. All right. For example, one of the idiom is all at sea. All at sea. Assume yourself to be in the sea. You are in the sea, somewhere on the water. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. In the middle of the sea. What would you feel? You are alone on, let's say you are on a floating surface. There is some floating wooden surface on which you are sitting, and this floating wood is in the center, has taken you in the center of the sea. How would you feel? Have you got my point? There is a wooden surface. You are sitting on that wooden surface. Okay. And this wooden surface is floating in the middle of the ocean or sea. How would you feel?
Ma'am, I feel kind of scared, but I will feel wonderful.
You'll feel very good, adventurous, very good. So you'll feel wonderful, but okay, mentally, won't you feel confused?
Yes, ma'am.
You'll feel confused. You won't be able to see the direction because you don't have the compass, so you won't know which direction is actually which direction.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, you won't be able to identify the north, south, east, west because you don't have any compass or any equipment.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So basically, when we are in the middle of the sea, we feel confused. We feel confused. Okay. So in life, in our day-to-day life, when we feel confused, we say, I am feeling all at sea. That is, I'm confused. I am feeling all at sea. Okay, I am feeling all at sea. That means I'm feeling confused. So this is
Yes,
idiom and
ma'am.
phrase. Okay, these are the idioms and phrases. So we'll be doing this. So we'll be doing 5 idioms and phrases daily. We'll be doing 10 vocab terms daily, their antonyms, their synonyms. Your task would be to learn it every day and to use it every day in the class as well as at your home with your friends, in your school. Is this clear or not?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and when it comes to grammar may, have you received the curriculum? Have you received the topic wise curriculum? What all things will we be covering? Have you received that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. No. Have you received it from the institute?
No, ma'am.
No? Okay. They'll send you the curriculum. And in that curriculum, you can see what all things you're going to study. Let me just start with the tenses. So, how comfortable are you in tenses?
Ma'am, I didn't learn about tenses.
You haven't learned about tenses at all.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. But beta, if you want to do tenses, then you won't be able to form sentences. Tenses are a must to form sentences. So now we'll be doing tenses. Okay. Now we'll be
Yes,
doing
ma'am.
tenses. Beta, tenses tell you the time in which you are doing some activity. They inform you about the time. Is this clear or not?
Yes, ma'am.
For example, if I say I was taking a class, I am taking a class, I will be taking a class. Is there any difference between these three sentences?
Yes, ma'am.
What is the difference? Tell me.
Ma'am, I am doing class. Just right now, I am doing a class.
I am
And I
taking a
will.
class. I am
Yes.
taking yeah. Okay. Right now you're taking the class. Okay. I was taking a class. What does that
I
mean?
was taking a class means before I was taking a class.
Basically, this class must have been taken in the past.
Yes, ma'am.
Then next,
I will taking a class means
I
I
will
will
be
take
taking
a
the
class.
class. I will be taking the class.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. What does that mean? That tells us that class has to happen in future. Okay,
Yes,
in
ma'am.
future. That exactly is what the role of tenses is. Okay, that is exactly what the role of tenses is. Tenses tell us the time in which one activity is being done.
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
yeah. And now do one thing, Bidisha. Betray, I have a class, as I told you, tomorrow is board exam. I'll have to take that. But I can take your trial. Have you been going to school? I think it must be your summer vacations.
Yes, ma'am. It's summer vacation now.
Summer vacation. So can you ask the institute to fix your trial in the morning tomorrow? I'll take a full-fledged 1 hour trial in the morning tomorrow, and then you would be able to judge, and then you'll be able to decide. Okay,
Yes,
because it was a
ma'am.
time, and tomorrow
Ma'am,
is board exam. I can't. Yeah.
ma'am, how 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock?
You can tell the time according to your preference. They'll give you the slot accordingly.
Okay,
Okay.
ma'am.
Okay. At what time do you wake up?
Ma'am, I wake up in 8 o'clock or 7 o'clock.
Late. You should wake up at least 6 a.m.
Okay, ma'am.
No, you should wake up at max by 6 a.m. Okay. You should not sleep beyond that.
Okay,
You know,
ma'am.
the old people sleep for this long. Okay. The old people sleep uh, for till the late hours. The young people, they wake up early.
Yes,
You should
ma'am.
wake up early, at least at 6 a.m., and then you should walk or play or do anything, any physical activity that you want. And then you should freshen up and do your studies. Morning hours are the best hours to study.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay, then see you in the morning tomorrow. Okay, Vidisha? Okay. Your mic is off. Are you saying something?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you saying something? Your mic was off. Vidisha, should I end the class?
Nothing, ma'am.
Okay, okay then. I'll take your class tomorrow in the morning, okay?
Yes, ma'am.